to A Tribe Called Jess, and the tribe is celebrating episode 20 tonight, and I have Frank the Tank in studio, Frankie Diaz, and I have Julio Diaz, and our baby boy Scott, and my lifer Jeff, and I have Lauryn and Patterson here tonight. Hi, girls.
Hello.
They came to celebrate episode 20 with us and dish about you boys and tell you what you're doing wrong with all these girls. And we're going to get to that. How's it feel, Frankie? You've been on with me since like episode 6.
Yeah,
how did we get to 20?
It's been torture.
Shut up. Whatever. We look forward to it and talk
I've
about
been
it
here from
every
day
week.
one, Frankie. It's been bad.
Scotty's aging so bad.
Scott, if you went back 20 episodes, I bet if you went through your little file cabinet in your head, you've learned a lot.
Oh, totally. I'm a different person now, thanks to you.
Do you really think so?
Oh, yeah, you've touched me. Not in that way, but...
Whoa.
I don't
Great
go.
way to start the show.
Jeff, what do you have to say to that?
He's tortured, not touched.
I like it. And then Julio, you've been on since like episode 8, and Jeff, of course, day 1, and Scott, day 1. So welcome to A Tribe Called Jess. We got a lot going on tonight. Again, we have Patterson and Lauryn in the studio, and I will tell you all about them, and they're going to help me dish some dirt. Just a few mentions. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October. Domestic Violence Awareness Month, October. Both mean a lot to me, so do what you can. Jump in and, for a cause.
Is that why you brought these two with you?
Yep. Just for, yep. I knew who to grab for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
That's what everybody watching at home is looking
Save
at.
the tatas.
Save the tatas, literally. So that, and we have Cagezilla 75 coming up October 14th. Looking forward to that. Jeff, anything to say about that? Any good matches to look forward to? I don't know how to break them down.
Yeah, actually, we got a really good card, and tickets are going fast.
Yeah.
Buy them while you can. We've
Excellent.
got title fights. I'm not sure that the Mullet Man's coming back. We were trying to, but I think his opponent fell out.
I would really like to see that. Man, that was a fight.
Yeah.
That was the bloodiest fight I've seen since 2008. And then we have November 11th, TCB Muay Thai kickboxing. So that's another one to jump on board, buy those tickets. They're always fun. Great fights, both very exciting, great experiences. Come down here to the Salisbury Center. We are coming to you from the Salisbury Studios, fueled by Monster Energy. And Frankie, what did you do this past weekend?
We drove up to Philly for the Commanders game.
Yeah.
We didn't go to the game, though.
I know. Where did you go, Frankie? Let everybody take a pause and guess.
I know. Take a wild guess, guys, where we watched the game at.
Did you see the strippers?
Yep.
Yep. Did you get a touchdown?
Yes.
Back on tour.
Back on tour. How many stickers did you get out and subscribers did you get?
1.
One.
Yeah.
Hold on one sec.
I was distracted
By what?
by the game.
You grab him, Julio. You were distracted by not the game.
By the game.
Definitely not the game. I don't know why my dog is being unruly right now. The last 3 episodes, he just thinks he owns this place. Here, I'll take him. But he does. Honestly, he does. He looks forward to seeing you guys each week. And I went to JMU and partied it up with my son this weekend.
I hear about that.
They had a game down there. It was great. I had a really good time. I'm glad I'm not in college. I got down there about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and didn't get back to his apartment until 2 a.m. I was like, oh my God. But I did get asked probably more than 10 times what year I was. And they're like, wait, you don't go here? You're a mom? Wait, you're a mom?
In the meantime, I'm
And
checking
my
in
breasts
because
were
she wasn't.
covered. My breasts were covered, guys.
And I kept checking in. Jessica, are you alive? Are you okay? Why are you so quiet?
Yeah, no, I was.
On Sunday, she disappeared.
I just needed solitude. That was a lot. It was a bunch of kids, 3 house parties, and a bar.
Wow.
I did see tall basketball boys. That was a highlight of my day. I was like, you're way too young. And if I was 30 years younger, wow. But you know me and my tall obsession. I was
you're
just like,
6+.
I walked out of an Uber and I was like, oh my God. And my girlfriend Nancy was there and she was like, oh Jesus, here we go.
Walked into the basketball team, you said, right?
Yeah. So funny. It was cute. And Nico and I had a really good time. So yeah, that was fun. It was nice to be with him. And let's see. What else do we have going on? Okay, so let's get to Patterson and Lauryn and why they're here. And then we're going to go through a little wacky new thing we have called Wacky Debaucherous Sports Corner. And because I like sports, Frankie, although I think everybody here likes sports.
Yeah.
But I like to talk about the bad stuff and the funny stuff. I don't care who got the touchdowns. And I do on Sunday and Monday and Thursday. But otherwise, I want to hear the dirt. So Lauryn and Patterson, I did a show, what was it, 4 shows ago, guys, and I was talking about hints that women gave when they like someone or they're on a date and they want to hook up, and all of them, the 4 of them, and Jeff was the one that pointed out, he's like, wait, I didn't know that was a hint. And for Jeff to point it out, I was like, what do you guys mean those aren't hints? You don't know those are hints. And I was like, well, I'll do a whole show. I'll bring in my girlfriends and we'll tell you what's good, what's bad, what are the hints, what gives us the ick, what are deal breakers, what are deal makers. So that's why I kind of reached out to you guys. But tell us a little bit about yourself. Lauryn, I know you have the YouTube channel.
I do.
Yeah.
Lolo Honeycutt Fitness. So I share all my fitness stuff on there.
And you do a really, really good job.
Thank you.
And your pictures are beautiful. And you went to Africa.
I did. I just got back from Africa. I was there for 2.5 weeks. So
That's amazing. Your posts were amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I love the elephants. Cool. I'm so obsessed. And Patterson is one of my good friends. We party together. We met at Project Glow through another friend of mine. We party together. She's seen me at my worst and my best. But we always have a really good time. So tell us about yourself, Pat.
Oh gosh, what do you want to know? I'm from California. I've been here for 4 years.
Yeah.
Have my own little baby event business that I started this year. So
what's your baby event? Tell us.
I would love to. It's called Ad Hoc Special Events. So
okay.
Any sort of event needs. The only thing I don't do is weddings. That is just something I don't want to cross into.
You mean funerals? Yep. I don't do those either.
Or bridezillas.
Or bridezillas.
Truly. But yeah, my forte is, corporate events, business events, anything like that. But I also been helping a lot of friends with bachelorette parties and other fun social events.
And how do people reach out to you for that?
They can visit my website, adhocspecialevents.com.
Okay.
Or my Instagram. I'm pretty active on my personal Instagram.
Is it ADHOCK? Sorry.
Yes.
So say it again.
Ad Hoc Special Events.
adhocspecialevents.com if you have an event coming up minus a wedding / we mean funeral. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Happy wedding to all of you people getting married.
Happy funeral to everybody.
Godspeed.
But go visit Patterson at adhocspecialevents.com and she will be, I know when we're going to do, Jeff and I just kind of solidified an EDM party today. And I know the last time we were talking about doing it, we're kind of, throwing it out there and seeing dates and stuff, and it didn't work out. But now we're moving forward. You were getting like the magic mirror pricing for me, and this, that, and the other. So, and you're very efficient and good. So everybody, call Patterson for your special
say the
events.
magic mic pricing. What?
Magic?
That too.
I don't do. Dude,
Why is it always the strippers?
because I'll tell you the last time. Frankie wanted everybody to come barefoot as well. He really wanted everyone to come barefoot.
Wow.
Oshie did it. He's got 4.
She came barefoot for you, furfoot.
Instead of a kissing booth, we're going to have a feet booth.
Yeah. Or a glory hole foot.
Oh my God.
Where the foot
No, we
comes
will
out.
not have that.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
If I'm blushing, it's because it's hot in here.
When I said that, I meant for feet. I was being facetious before everybody jumps my shit. So Frankie, we talked about Wacky Sports Corner, and I just have to, of course, update our fans and audience about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift because she was at the game. And Travis solidified that on his podcast last week. And again, they were talking about it today on New Heights because, of course, I watched it for all of us. And that man is definitely smitten. And his brother kept referencing, despite your feelings for Taylor. So I'm telling you guys, I'm right on my prediction. We will play episode 19 back when they get married.
Wow.
And
some people are saying it's like, what do you call that? Just a promotion thing, just to get like.
Come on,
publicity.
guys.
Yeah, publicity.
Everybody said.
They're like publicity stunt.
Okay, wait a second. What publicity does Taylor Swift need through Travis Kelce? A.
No.
What publicity does Taylor Swift need?
For the NFL, not for him or for her, for the NFL itself.
Come on.
They're like
I'm
the most
saying,
serious.
like,
They also said today was a zombie apocalypse when at 2:20 when the
Is that
FEMA
what
did
we
their
are
alert.
on?
So,
Don't get
are
me
you
started
jumping on that
buzz.
train? Don't ever get. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So don't offend people. I'm just gonna be quiet. Don't ever call me a whack job. So anyway, yes. So where was I? Now you've got me all upset.
Taylor Swift.
I think the NFL is capitalizing on this. I mean, they're going overboard, but it was cute.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a little train they're going to ride, and they're smart to do so, right? I don't think the NFL would have ever captured this fan base of Swifties, which is a lot of people without this, and it's a great way. I've watched the NFL's tick up on their Instagram. I've kept monitoring that, and all around. I mean, viewership.
The memes are amazing, by the way.
The memes are great. The memes are great. And I love it. And we had Blake Lively at the game with her husband, Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
was there too. Yeah.
Hugh
One of the
Jackman.
memes was like, is anybody gonna say anything that Taylor Swift walked in with Wolverine and
Yeah.
Deadpool?
Yeah, they said that. No, they actually said that on another on their podcast day.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and they said it on other podcasts as well. So I thought that was interesting. So loving it. I just love this story all the way around with all the BS we have going on in the world. I think this is a great feel good story.
Yeah.
And you were I thought this was funny too. So we got hockey season coming up. I think the official season starts October 13th. I think, guys.
Correct.
Go
me.
Caps. Caps.
At least the Caps season starts the 13th. I don't know about the NHL.
Okay, so official cap season. That's all that matters to us anyway. And
True.
I thought this was really funny. Ovechkin did a quote this week, and I just have to read the guy's name. He said, Ovi said he is old because he realized that he was drafted the year the rookie Ivan Miroshchenko was born.
Wow.
That's how
That
I
is
feel when I
old.
hear it. Like, I heard a friend of mine, I met his kid at like 1. She's 16 yesterday. And I'm like, wait, did I get that old?
What happened?
What happened? Like, it feels like yesterday. And then you gave me some wacky sports dirt.
Tyreek Hill. So he
Tell-
was being interviewed.
Well, tell who he plays for and
so
what he
he's-
does.
He's a wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
And they were interviewing him, what he's going to do when he retires. And he said he's going to be a porn star.
And he was dead serious. I went and read on it when you kind of told me, and he was dead serious. He wants to be a porn star. So good for him. Good for him. Good
Not
for
gonna
him.
watch, but good for him.
Yeah, I probably won't view that either, but hey, more power to him. We all have hopes and dreams. And what do you got?
Oh God, mine's great. So it's going back to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Scott, can you put the meme I sent you earlier on the screen so everyone can see exactly what we're going to be talking about?
Yeah, give me a second.
So
You can set it up a little for us.
yeah, so the Chiefs play the Jets, and Zach Wilson is the quarterback for the Jets.
Yeah.
And last year when he started, some news got out that he's into older women.
Oh, yeah. I saw this. I know what you're talking about.
So the meme is Travis Kelce looking up at his suite where Taylor Swift is
At the Chiefs game, the original time she
All
showed
love
up when the
struck and
news.
everything. And the meme is Zach Wilson figuring out where the Kelce mom is. Looking up love struck as well.
Mama Kels is just everywhere for everybody. I mean, and by the way, she gave her stamp of approval. She gave an interview, talked about Taylor Swift's stamp of approval. Mama Kels is all in on this one.
Cute.
But
I mean, if she can't get an approval,
there it is.
who can?
So it's basically Travis Kelce looking up and then the other quarterback looking up at Mama Kels. Yeah, Mama Kels was at the Eagles game sitting with Jake from State Farm and then rolled up and had to B-list it with Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. I mean,
that's crazy.
Mama Kels is an A-lister, but yeah, like she's everywhere. She's awesome. What a great mom.
There was also one that said the Swift said Swifties, tuning into the game and realizing that that Zach Wilson is better than Mahomes. Yeah, it was so funny.
He played the best game of his life.
Yeah.
That one.
Who?
Almost, Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, yeah.
Like statistically, he played
balled
better than
out.
Mahomes and everything.
Yeah.
And hey, if the older women do it for him,
Hey, I'm all for it.
Go watch the
There
game.
it
Go,
was.
Jess.
Mama
The
Kelsey
Jets
was
need you.
inspiration to him.
48 and lowering. No, I'm proud of my age. I'm never
The
going to
Jets need
lower.
milfs.
I'm never going to lower
Somebody
unless
said to Kelsey, "Call me daddy."
call me daddy. Well, the Swifties all are like, daddy's home. Daddy's home. I love that. I love it for him. He is daddy in my world. We all know that. I'll call him daddy anytime. What do you guys think of the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing?
I like it. I don't know. I really am impressed by the numbers of it all. Seeing, you know, what was that? The jersey sale
400%,
400%, which is crazy, and gained more viewers or a huge chunk more than the Super Bowl or whatever it was.
Yep.
That kind of stuff is super interesting to me. I will say about Taylor Swift, I'm not a huge Swiftie. Don't love the music.
Careful.
However-
Tread lightly.
However, trust me, I live with a big Swiftie. Chaz loves Miss Swift.
Where
and
is
we are-
Chaz tonight? I thought he was
know.
going to come visit us.
I know. He gets a good shout out. He's a little tired from
Hi,
last
Chaz.
night. So he'll come next time.
Well, what happened last
Chaz,
night?
what happened to Chaz?
Oh, he just had a night off, so yeah, had some wine, but I won't get into it. But
Nothing that exciting, guys. Nothing.
there's no
wine,
story to
oh
tell,
my God.
unfortunately. But
What do you think of Travis, though?
yeah, I
You know
think
I'm a
Travis is
fan.
great. I don't love the hysteria of Taylor Swift and all that brings, but I do think the pull that she has and the pull that this man and her together have had
Yeah,
have been,
it's gonna be
have
a
been
real
insane.
couple.
Yeah, and I mean, I am a football girl. I watched the Super Bowl last
do.
year. I really did like Travis Kelce last year. So when all this happened, I was like, oh, makes sense. Love it. So
Love it. What do you think?
I think good for them. It's like you
See,
said,
I
it's
love
a-
you.
it's
You're like me too. Like
Yeah.
you're just happy for people.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not a Swiftie either. Like I don't
Not a
even know what
Swiftie,
her
but I know all the
recent
songs.
album was called, to be honest with you. But she's a great businesswoman,
She's an excellent businesswoman.
and I think that that's great. And if they're happy, then
What's the guy from Shark Tank?
which one?
Cuban, Mr.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes, Cuban.
Cuban.
Mark Cuban. He said today, he's like, what she's like, you got to respect the girl. It has nothing to do with even just the voice talent. It is the businesswoman she is. And people want you to shut up in this world and tell you to be a good girl. And she stands up for herself when it's necessary. And she's a boss lady. And I respect her for that. And it took her time to get there. I'm really excited for the Netflix special, Miss Americana, to come out in January.
Kanye West taught her how to stand up for herself.
Yeah.
That was so
That was kind of
trash.
like the
I'm going
beginning
to
of it
the
all.
movie on Friday, next Friday. The movie Eras Tour one. Have you seen that?
Oh, no.
Her concert on big screen.
Yeah.
So you're not a Swiftie, but you're going to the movie.
Like I said, I live with a Swiftie, and sometimes you just get pulled
Take
into
one for the
things.
team.
And you love someone. I've known my roommate for 18 years now.
Yeah,
So family.
yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I want to see what it looks like. I will not
Yeah.
go to a concert. I'm not going to spend $1,500 for a
No.
nosebleed.
And then when she's singing every song, it's for her roommate also.
Wait, so
I memorized all the
so
songs so I can make fun of
so
her.
it's so funny. Frankie goes, "Hey Jess, what are you doing Thursday? You want to go watch the game?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh, who are?" Because I didn't look at the Commander's schedule. And he's telling me, I was like, well, it's not the Chiefs. Why would I go out on a Thursday?
I was like, let's go watch the Bears and the Commanders.
Because I don't go
And she's
out during the week. You
"I'm not
guys
gonna
know
go during
that."
the week unless it's the Chiefs. I'm like, dang.
I mean, anything for Travis, anything. Jeff, since you weren't here to participate last week, what do you think of the whole thing? And don't say you don't care, because I know there's this little piece of you that's into it.
Show us your
0%.
T-shirt with
I care
Swiftie on it.
nothing about Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce.
Not even a little hopeless romantic?
No.
I'm
Sorry.
disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Very
nothing.
upset
Yeah,
with you, Jeff.
Wow.
there's nothing in either one of them. I don't listen to her music. I mean, she's a talent and she does well. She's a good business person, but
So she says
doesn't
she
move
wants
the
to
needle
come
for
here
me,
with
neither does he.
Travis. Well, can we let him in?
yeah, I mean,
I get him in
if
on
you get him in here, I'm all over it.
You're her biggest fan.
Yes, I'm his biggest fan.
I'm his biggest fan. You will never take that from me. You get the hair. I get to be Travis Kelce's biggest fan.
I like Travis.
No, I
thanks
mean, I
for
wish I had
introducing us to
a
Taylor.
better opinion on it, but it's just
Yeah.
like I ignore it all. It's
Yeah.
not something that interests me.
Yeah,
I
it'll
mean,
go away
It's
soon.
interesting that what she's done, but
Yeah.
the whole thing is just.
No, 100%. I feel
I don't
you.
get into that Kardashians, like that whole sort of
Oh.
social
what-
media fame
Yeah.
stuff.
One more note on this, and then we're going to move on to Ask Jess and talk about all things boys. But did you see that Travis Kelce, Kayla Nicole, his ex-girlfriend that he dated like 8 years ago, decided to jump on network TV on an interview when no one cares? Okay, like literally, I'm not trying to be rude, but nobody cares. This isn't like anybody was making a big deal out of this girl. Nothing. Says he's a narcissist, cheated on her,
Snooze.
dated him for 8 months. But and I'm like, okay, all right, here's a girl. Screams hater. But I always will give a fair go and listen. And then she goes, I mean, it's great she's with him, but don't forget I had him first. And I was like,
Ew.
any girl in life, I don't care if you're 12 or 80 that has to say that screams insecurity, stupid B, and just shut up. Like, that screams, I want 15 minutes of fame. Nobody's asking you. Nobody cares about you. And we definitely don't care about you now, because now you just sound like a hater. I don't like haters.
She's a snooze.
Yes.
Irrelevant.
What's a snooze? Is that a millennial term?
I don't know. My friend group says it all the time. I say snooze constantly.
All right.
If someone bores me, snooze.
Is
Snooze.
it because like you hit the snooze button and it gives you like extra 15 minutes? So like turn off her 15 minutes of fame? That
I
makes
do
sense.
like that.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I like it.
It's the
All right.
monster.
So let's get into a little Ask Jess that I want the girls to participate in. And then we have guys that sent in questions for me, myself and the girls to answer all things girls that you're confused about. And Frankie and Julio, I know, have questions they put together as well. So
I gave up understanding women.
I gave up understanding men.
All right, so I want to start off with asking you a question. And I have to read it because it's a good one,
Okay.
as always.
Whatever.
All right, pay attention. This is
They all get to participate tonight.
I'm going to give you grades on your answers.
Okay.
All right, so Jessica, when dating, what's appropriate to expect from each other financially?
Phone drop.
What? Okay. I'm not paying some mother effer's bills.
This is when you're dating, right? So not like in a relationship while you're dating.
I'm going to go back to what I said, episode 3 or 2. I remember exactly what I said. I want a guy that wants to provide and take care of me. That doesn't mean I will not be generous in love, but I don't want to have to pay. You're a man, you pay. That doesn't mean I won't bust out my card. That doesn't mean I don't make my own money. That doesn't mean anything. I am 48 and I'm tired of this bullshit. And that's just me. And if you don't like it, you don't have to date me, and I don't want to date you either. So that's how I feel about it now. If you asked me 2 years ago, I would have completely given an opposite answer, because I've split everything my entire life. And I do a lot. I'm very generous in love and do a lot. And I want to be put in my feminine and be made to feel like a woman. And I feel like if I'm doing everything else for myself, then that's how you're going to put me into that energy. Again, before I get the hate mail, that doesn't mean I won't be generous. That doesn't mean you're paying my bills. Doesn't mean you're fixing my car. I do all that for myself. But we're not going out, and no.
Well, I've seen the set of you paying. Frankie, order me a drink. I'll Venmo you. I'm like, relax, it's one drink.
Yeah, well, look, I don't expect people to pay for me. It's been, people are like, calm down. I'm over, I don't like to owe anybody anything. And I used to be like that with men, or made to feel like I'm less independent. And now I'm just like, I'm done with this crap. Like, I don't want to go down and go down the road and offend anyone, or sound like I want a sugar daddy. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm just tired of this bullshit. For me, at my age, for sure. Guys, what do you think?
I would say something very similar. And thinking about it, I feel like as a man, it's probably a safe bet to start off paying things, because is anyone really going to be mad about you paying for things? Maybe someone doesn't expect it. Maybe they do expect it. Just as a rule of thumb, at the beginning, just whip out that card and see how it goes, and then adjust. But yeah, I feel the exact same way as you do for the most part.
But then how do you make that adjustment? I guess that's my question too, because like, how do you, once a guy's paid, that doesn't mean that I won't bust out my card and pay. I don't want to give that impression either. But then, I have guys that are like, yeah, I'll pay for 3 dates and then split. So on the 4th, you're going to be like, oh, hey, we're splitting. Like,
It's a little weird to have that role, like on the 4th, now we're splitting.
It's just,
I don't like the number.
My grandfather
Like a
would
strict
never, my father would never, like, I guess so hyper independent. I always did it. And I'm just like, why did I do that? Like, because I did everything else for myself. So what are they giving me? Mm-hmm. Nothing. I mean, some sex, but like nothing.
I think one way to kind of help that barrier of, how do you break that? If, we've been on a few dates, and then I asked that man, do you want to go here? And I pick that location, and I pick the activity and date, and I'm the one that's kind of making that move, whatever number that is. That's when I would throw my card down right away.
That's fair.
Just because I'm inviting you to come hang out with me. If
That's
you
fair.
want to pick it up for me and, force me to put my card away, fine, that's fine. But I will always
Which would be very nice.
which would be great. But, since I am inviting someone else, I would always want to say that I picked this place, you know.
I would agree with that. If I planned something, I would probably whip my stuff out too. And then even if on a first date, if he paid for everything and then we're at a bar, 99.9, I'm going to go up to the bar and buy us both drinks. So I think I think people hear, I want someone to provide for me and automatically think, oh, she won't pay for shit. And I think that it's a shallow attitude. Listen to what women are telling you, not just what you want to hear and judge on. What do you think?
I think, like you were saying, when a guy wants to provide for you, it makes me want to spoil him in return.
100%. That was a perfect way to put it. 100.
Yeah. So like
spoil in many ways.
Yeah, right. We'll go out on a date and I don't say anything. He thinks he's paying. At the end, we get the check and I put my card down.
Yeah.
10 points for Laura.
100%. 100%. That's a great way to put it. And the more a guy, I've just never really had that. Scott, since you're a young little spring chicken, what's your rule on this?
I always pay. I think it's the right thing
love
to do.
you.
Chivalry, how do you say that word? I don't know.
Chivalry.
But yeah, it's totally hot and cool when a girl puts her card down.
100%.
You know?
But you would always, I like that because you always would. And I guarantee any one of us three would gladly pay then.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want to go down because we have so much more show and it's 10:03.
But then would you give it up, Scott, since she paid?
I think never mind. Like the whole nother subject.
Next question.
Next question.
Yep.
All right, Frankie or Julio.
Oh, snap. So, back to the whole celebrity dating football players thing. Who do you think is going to be the next, like, big artist or movie star to, blow up the NFL with their relationship?
Calm
Jess,
down, guys. I'm not dating anybody yet. Calm down.
I wasn't raising my hand for me because I'm nothing. No, I mean, not nothing, but I think Taylor Swift should introduce Selena Gomez to a nice athlete. No more of these artists.
Like
no more of these artists. No more of this crap she gets shit on. No more Justin. She's too much of a woman for Justin Bieber. I like Justin Bieber.
All right, calm down.
I love Bieber. I love him. But
I forgive you.
He's with the right girl. He's with the right girl.
Do you have Bieber fever?
Always.
So do I. I love Bieber, but he's with a girl, not a woman. Sorry.
Frankie's inner white girl comes out all the time with Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber.
But you know what, though? I actually really like your theory. I can see it happening.
Yeah, I can see
they're like really good.
They're
best friends, and then let's go to the game. And
like it's, I'm so happy working out for me. Let's get on the athlete train. Why not? I mean, what could be better?
I love it.
Can double date. Maybe. Who's the Chiefs?
You're such a dude. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna introduce. They're gonna go date, and she's like, yeah, get on the athlete train. But I'm like, what?
Build that athlete pipeline.
Yeah, and I'm like,
have you guys ever listened to the Call Her Daddy podcast?
Yes.
I love her. How many Patriots she bangs. And her fiance just does not care what she says, and I love that. I love that they have the best relationship. Lauren, who do you think?
I like the whole Selena thing. To be honest, I don't really keep up with a whole lot of celebrities.
Yeah,
I think my schedule's so crazy that I don't have time. But I do like that idea because I feel like Selena's a good girl.
She's a really good girl.
She's explored her sexuality, but she's a good girl.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to see her in a good, healthy relationship.
Yeah. What about you?
What about the Alex Earl and Dolphin player guy? I forgot his name. I want to say like Barrio or Ario or something.
Were they hanging out?
Yeah, they're dating. They talk about it, I think.
Oh.
I don't know if she mentioned it on the Call Her Daddy podcast per se, but
yeah, she was just thought I haven't watched the episode
I think
yet.
they mentioned it, but they didn't say his name or something. But yeah. I guess she's been going to the Dolphins games because she's a Miami girl. So
athletes are getting more popular with the proper celebs.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
Not just
I like it. Lots of dirty news. Yeah.
I see.
Hook it up, everyone. All right, Frankie, what's your follow-up? Because we got to move on to these.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you ask the girls a question instead?
Oh dear.
Let's get into this. So again, the reason I have these girls on tonight is because Jeff really was the one that pointed it out. Jeff, do you remember that you didn't know what all these signals and hints were that girls put off? And so I said I'd have girls on. So we have almost 30 minutes left to fill you with all the stuff. So Jeff, honestly, I should pass it to you. What do you think your first question would be to these ladies?
Okay.
How do you expect us to read what you want us to read your mind, and it's like you got to pick up these subtle hints? How the hell are we supposed to read what you know me? I'm direct.
Oh man.
For me, I'm just like, that was a flirtation. What are you rubbing your foot on your leg?
He went on a date. Let me set this up for the girls.
He's like, what medium?
Jeff doesn't know there's no hole for anybody
Okay,
else.
well, I
Jeff is
think.
like, what medium do I need to visit? Like, I don't know what you're thinking.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna bust. I love you, Jeff. I'm gonna bust on Jeff a little bit. Just talk amongst us girls for a sec.
God.
I'm totally
I'm like,
clueless.
If a chick was rubbing her foot up on my leg,
Yeah.
Athlete's foot.
that's
No, she was rubbing on her own leg. She was
okay,
sitting
fair
with
enough.
one foot on the table and rubbing her other foot on her leg and twirling her hair.
well,
twirling your
that's a
hair is a big
giveaway.
one.
We're like watching
Twirling your
TV
hair
or
is a big
something.
one. I play
Yeah.
with my hair when I'm nervous or I
yeah.
really like a guy. This is me.
What movie
Someone-
scene is this from?
Yeah,
I
I
know.
feel like
I'm
that's
like,
like every
So-
love movie.
I'm supposed to figure that out.
Okay, so ladies, when I like a guy, first of all, I cannot make eye contact. So if I'm making eye contact, I'm not into you like that. We're friends.
Yep.
Forever. But I can't make eye contact. I do this with my hair. Like I constantly, and I know viewers can see this, but I'll just do like, like, oh yeah, like really. And I do it with like the tip. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, this is so cheesy because I am such a guy in so many ways. Once you get me in a full makeout, then I'm a total woman. But like I do that, and
Once
I
you
do,
get past the man voice.
I definitely do the head tilt. I know I do it.
What about
And
shifting in your seat?
I do.
That was another.
So
hint.
I totally
Whenever a
shift.
girl is like
He
just
thinks they're
shifting back and
farting.
forth.
He thinks they're farting. And I'm like, when you're driving, and like, I'll go like this, like you're the driver.
Oh, like you're scooting closer.
yeah, and you're
Oh, you shift your body.
Like,
and like
leaning into
half
the
your
conversation.
boobs are in their face.
Yeah.
But no, like that's total sign.
Yeah.
What are your signs that you give off?
So when it's somebody new, like obviously
Yeah,
things
let's
change
talk
when you're
new.
like
I
in a
think-
relationship.
I think everybody knows once you're in a relationship.
Yeah, you're like,
I hope so.
I hope you like me.
Why are you undressing in front of me? Like, what's going on?
So I think like I smile a lot, I laugh a lot.
I laugh a lot.
Yeah.
My ridiculous
And then-
loud laugh. Try to tone it down.
I would say I'm a pretty good speaker and talker.
Yeah.
But when I talk to somebody that I like and it's new, I think I stutter or
Yeah.
I kind of like step on
Okay,
my
yeah.
own foot with the
I
way I
think your
talk.
mind,
Yeah.
my mind's going faster.
Yeah.
And my mouth, and I'm like, it's what's
And then
here?
I walk away and I'm like, what the hell did I just
I
say?
want to get to Patterson because at this point I've lost like 20
Well,
girls.
Jessica,
that have been into me.
Jessica says she puts her eyes like this and then starts playing with her hair.
No, I can't.
And
Look,
Laura's like
the last guy.
the
The last guy I went on a date with, like, I mean, yeah, of course, I was attracted to him and like him, and I'm just sitting there like, I cannot look
like
in the
13
eye.
years old.
Cannot look in the eye because I get so shy. I'm the exact opposite of my actual everyday
But I could
self.
see
So
that as maybe
that's
like
a
not
cue.
interested in the person
It's
because
like
you're
if
looking at
your
your hair.
personality changes.
Oh, my person. That's a cue, Jeff. If a girl's personality and doesn't turn demonic, we're saying for the good.
She doesn't
If
try
it
to
changes and she gets even the frequency of the voice changes 99.9% of the time. I was just with somebody and I said, "Do you like that guy? I don't even know who that person was talking to him." And I could tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry,
I'm more confused.
I'm
than
lost.
Oh,
I
come
need
on,
like
guys.
somebody who
No,
can
this-
do decoding.
Yeah.
Whatever that
don't
tap
feel like that's
dash
hard.
dot dash or smoke signals because like that you might as well be
So
sending those
hold
out to
on.
me.
So what would you think is a sign?
Okay,
Or
well,
do you
yeah,
want them
but-
to just come out and be like, "Hey, I like you"?
Yeah, that'd be really
Yeah,
good.
that-
But do you do that to them?
no,
Yeah, excuse
yeah,
me.
hey,
No.
beautiful. Like,
Excuse me.
oh.
I would also like men to do that to us then. Like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, we like you. Hey, we don't. We're going to
Nice
ghost
smile.
you tomorrow. So be prepared never to hear from us
You're
again.
like, nice smile, like nice, beautiful eyes. Oh, creeper.
Yeah.
It's like I would say beautiful eyes, but I
Yeah.
can't see them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's thing for me, especially when I was younger and,
Yeah.
and thinner, had long curly hair. Girls would come up and start playing with my hair, sit down next to me, start talking to me, like stuff, like very, very obvious.
Okay.
That was it. If it was something
there's your
subtle,
signs.
all my
Okay,
friends are like, that girl likes you. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I also think that's also, and only you, Frankie, and I can go there. I think the way flirting was and everything has totally changed.
Yeah.
There's so many different things going on, whether
Yeah.
that be from the Me Too all the way to the bullshit. Let's like each other's pictures till the end of time and never tell each other we like each other. And I am guilty as well. I'm guilty as well. So I think the forwardness, I remember flirting. I got biggest flirt like 3 times in the superlatives at school. I mean, you know, like the way I approach things, and now it's just like, and we're going to talk about this at the end, pursuing men and what the answers they gave. But what they said, my fear is something, and I don't want to give it away. And they exactly said what I thought my fear was. So I was like, why would I ever pursue a fucking man?
Well, that leads me to my question.
Okay.
How does a guy know when a woman is telling him she's not interested and not to try harder?
Oh yeah, the stupid videos.
Go ahead. I'll let you guys take the floor because I talk a lot.
Can you repeat that? I had to do some brain gymnastics.
Well, the thing is, so you know how, okay, I'll repeat again. How does a guy know when a woman is telling him she's not interested and not to try harder?
When she blocked you.
Oh.
Because you know, like
Yeah.
a guy,
I'm
she's like, oh,
joking.
she's hard to get,
Go ahead,
right? So then-
Patterson.
I hate this because women are so obnoxious about this. The thing is, I've seen so many times with my friends too, a woman may not be interested, but they still like the attention. So they're not really giving you
So I'm the
truth.
opposite. So I'm the opposite. I feel guilty for the attention. So I would definitely say women that are not in it for attention. I do think there's a lot of that goes on, and it pisses me off too. I'm like, guys, we all want guys to not ghost us and be direct with us. Then we have to do the same back to them as best we can. I'm not saying we're all perfect and it doesn't happen. I'm probably guilty of it too. But I think texts become less or more direct. I think, like Scott and I said, you're trying to be kind. You don't want to ignore. You're trying to be kind. And then sometimes even when you are direct, guys will keep going or they get mad.
Oh, I have a story.
I was going to
about
say,
that.
I do feel like it depends on
Patterson,
the woman, and it also depends on how mature she is. Like, if I don't like you, I'm not going to keep texting you all day long.
Yeah, 100%.
You're going to, like, and I've
Yeah.
had guys that will just send text after text. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be mean, but
Oh,
like,
yeah.
somehow like, I would get the hint. If a guy's not responding to me, I'd be like, okay, he's not interested. And I would stop.
I had. oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had this one man that I've known since like middle school, and I had him blocked on literally everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. And somehow this person like found my Venmo and was like sending me money to get my
What?
attention. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
you.
they're like Venmo you like $1. So
Oh,
they-
no,
so
like
they can-
$100.
I'm saying just an example. Like,
Wait, what?
X amount of money, and they can
I'll
text.
show you the Venmos
Because you
after
can
this.
text, you
Yeah.
can send a text on Venmo.
And it took literally years
Why am I not
of this
getting
man.
$100?
Last summer, he found some Google phone number to like text me on, and I'd just been to a festival, so I was like, oh, like who did I meet at the festival? And I was like, why? Also, by the way, this man has had a girlfriend and is now married.
Oh, my God. Ugh,
Anyway,
let's not even go
I'm not
with
even go
it.
down that path today.
Yeah,
But I
okay.
literally had to ask him,
Yeah,
like,
that's
how
it.
do you not pick up that I don't want this? And his reaction was literally, oh, I thought that was part of our like banter. For years, this man
Literally my
was-
question.
for years. And I'm like, how much more do I have to tell you I'm not interested?
I think that in lies the problem. It's like the one time I was super, like, I couldn't have been more direct. And I talked about it on a show, like, told a guy, like, I just feel it as friends. I was honest because I had known him before, you know, just feeling it as friends. I got blocked. I got posts made about me. I'm like, so I'm honest and very cool, very nice, and like not overly nice, not feel sorry for you. No, I'm not like that. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Right.
Yeah.
And then you get yelled at and I'm like, oh my God, on the, you know, I don't know. I don't know the answer.
But I see it's difficult because I had a friend of mine. He was like, you know, trying to talk to this girl, and the girl was just like, I mean, like disgusted. She was like, "Oh, you're a friend, blah 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 blah." A couple of months later, they're dating.
Oh, that's weird.
I mean, I think both got okay. So I think on both sides of the genders, male and female. I mean, just like you said, there's some girls that'll keep doing things for attention, which I don't agree with. You know, you have guys over here ghosting, which I know more than women do, but women do as well. And then you have guys where you're telling them like, you've done all the signals, like less text, less calls, said no, very direct, and they don't take it as an answer, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, I think normal things like less texting, saying no to dates, saying not
Always busy.
not always busy, not leading you down a futuristic path, you know, and then the direct no, and you have to accept we mean no.
Yeah. So like I
And
believe
don't keep asking, please.
that I don't care how, like, I'm super busy. A lot of us here are super busy. If I'm not willing to give you any of my time, like, everybody can make time for somebody that they want to hang out with them or
Yeah.
they're interested.
I agree.
And I feel like, sure, some people play hard to get, but if they're not willing to give you any of their time, that's a hint.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I'll make time for a boy I like.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so far and few between. If I win, I'll make time for a boy
I
I
will
like.
make time.
If they wanted to, they would has been my motto for 2023. For myself, do I like this person and does this person like me? Oops.
90% if they wanted to, they would.
Yep. Yeah.
90%. I think some guys shy away. I get that. And from talking to guys online this week in terms of the show, asking questions, I think they are very scared. I think men are in this day and age are more scared than ever to approach women. We'll get to that in the last 10 minutes. But I'm kind of at this point now, like I've given up on the datings. Like I'm like, this is on hold till March because I promised
We're
Frankie.
on there, what, like
Cuffing
we were on there,
season,
what, like a month?
So I
When
want
we
to.
talk about cuffing season, that show,
Oh, I don't need I don't need anybody to cuff me. Not in that way, anyway.
No, coffee. Coffee season.
Not in that way. Yeah. So I want to get to what gives you guys the ick. I want to get to what gives me the ick. But I literally can't even. And I promised I would tell this story on
you
the
did.
show. So like I don't like you are extremely busy. I don't have a lot of time. But if I like someone, I'll make time, right? And this
Thanks,
gentleman.
bestie.
This gentleman, in my age range, over 40, seemed nice, cool, exchanged like a couple things on the dating app. I'm like, okay, this is cool. He had to go away. He's like, when I get back, you want to go on a date? I'm like, okay, for me to do that, it's a lot, guys. Because first of all, my brain goes to, will I be murdered or kidnapped? Like,
Yeah,
I have to
that's
tell
true.
my entire friend group where I am. It's 100% true. It's where my brain
Hey,
goes.
Jess, we got a caller.
Oh, okay. One sec. And it was cool. A couple texts, and next thing you know, the next day, the perverse shit on my phone to where I felt violated. I wanted to throw up. What? I showed my coach at the gym because I yelled, like I had bent down to read and yelled and was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Excuse my language, guys. Like no man, no woman either should be sending that. 6 text exchange. Never. And you know what pissed me off was the first thing I thought to my head is, oh my God, what did I do to mislead him? I blame myself immediately, thinking I did something wrong. Yeah. And I went back in my text. I'm like, we talked about health and fitness and exchanged 6 texts, literally about.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking, who in the fuck do you think you are, any man, to ever think at any stage? I mean, if you're in a relationship, different, nasty, dirty, like to think that you can send that to a woman and that's ever okay. And then I ignored because I don't really block anyone. Next
Sorry,
day,
Jess, I didn't mean to say that to you.
shut up, Jeff. I screenshot the shit. It's on my phone. I have that evidence. And the next day he texts again. Then I blocked and I was very upset. I was like scared. I got scared
that's
too.
gross.
So what gives me the ick? Like, do not go right from, hi, I'm so-and-so, like to go on a date, to a complete pervert, psycho. I don't care if you're trying to feel out, if you want to F-U-C-K, like, go do that. I guess there's girls that like that. But I mean, as a general rule of thumb, where do you ever think that's appropriate? I mean, I went the F off. And so I am turned off from dating, period, because my judgment obviously sucks. And I just have no respect. Like, I'm just losing all respect for the process. So, do we have a call? Sorry. Hello, this is Jess.
How you doing tonight?
I knew it was you, John.
It's been a very great episode.
Oh,
you know
good.
it's me, yeah.
Well, I only
great
have about
episode right here.
I have 15 minutes left, so I know Lauren's here. I know you want to say hi to your girl, Lauren.
How you doing, Lauren?
Good. How are you?
What question do you have for us?
I'm good.
We got it. We got to keep rolling because I only have 15 left.
The time talk was very key, very key. If you're going to take time out of your day to respond or to talk to somebody, that does mean a lot.
Yeah.
And this has been a great episode. And
Aw, thank
y'all
you.
keep doing your thing.
Oh, thank
Hey,
you,
you know,
John,
I'm
and
always
thank
a
you for being a
supporter.
fan and for
And-
the funny memes. I
Hey,
opened
no
and
problem. And
hey,
Lolo, you keep doing your thing. First of all, Lolo, you keep doing your thing. 'Cause y'all, hey, you know I'm gonna support you.
okay.
Hey,
Hey,
you know I'm
John,
support you.
real
Y'all have a
quick.
great night.
You too, and I responded to all your messages, so you can't give me any crap. I don't want to hear another word. I went out of my way to. Anyway, have a great night, John. Thank you for being such a fan.
Thanks for listening, John.
Bye. Thank
Hey,
you.
of course, no problem. Y'all have a great one.
You too. Patterson, you went and I love this, got a survey on what gives women the ick. And
did.
you did get one from one of our guy friends.
I did.
And I'm going to make fun of him. I'm not going to call him out by name, but I am going to make fun of him. But let's go with the girl ones first.
Okay, I have a list, and I tried to pick some of my favorites.
'Kay.
Some quick ones too. So, want the first one, which came from my best friend, plaid boxers.
I can agree with that.
Plaid boxers.
I don't know if it would give me the ick, but
It's just come on, grow up.
Yeah.
Get something a little better.
and have
So
cool.
tidy whities is better. Like
No, have like I like
Commando,
men.
go
I like
commando.
men to have nice underwear. They don't have to be
Yeah.
like silk
And no
shit.
holes in them either.
Yeah, let's drop the holes.
There's holes. Please
Yeah.
throw them out.
It's time.
Are you laughing because you have holes in your
Oh, no.
boxers?
Jeff, do you have
Yeah,
holes
when
in your boxers?
There's a hole there when I
Absolutely
gotta
not.
pee.
I know you don't.
There's a hole there to pee.
I know how you are.
It comes like that.
Jeff loves this
imagine
fashion.
if you told her the truth.
I have another one that says when they use a toothpick as floss and then as a mouth accessory.
Yeah, that's gross.
yeah.
Don't love that.
Or have the chewing tobacco in their mouth.
that too.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And they're spitting the whole. Oh God.
cigarette breath.
I used to smoke, so I feel. I don't know.
Cowboys are not cool anymore.
Somebody said when they push a pull door.
All right, I do that on a regular fucking basis.
That's what I love
don't
about
think
icks
that-
is they're so funny because they're so specific and so ridiculous
So
sometimes.
would that make that person like follow up? Because and you can tell me, and I'll report back. Would that make them not go on a date with them again?
I have to ask.
Oh god, so like on a date, like to the restaurant, and he.
My ick is, you know, my
But you
ick.
two are like stressing now. You're like, God, I better.
I'll send you the list
My
after for
ick
your
is
viewing pleasure.
I can't date those sneakers. Yeah, that would be my first ick. I'm at shoes
Snickers.
first.
Snickers.
Sneakers.
I'm gonna make
Bad
They have
some
to have
signs.
sneakers.
I'm gonna do push and
Bad
pull
breath.
signs.
Bad breath.
I'm gonna do push
Oh,
and pull
that
signs
is a
and just
good
put
And I
them on
look
the
at
doors.
teeth. I definitely
Yep.
look at teeth.
I have another one that was one that I saw on TikTok, which I so agreed with, is I do not like it when a man walks around the house with no-show socks on.
With what?
No-show socks, like the ones that
Oh, like they're really like
little-
tiny ones?
Are you serious?
The what?
like
The
they're-
ankle
socks.
socks, right?
Yeah, no ankle socks are fine,
No,
but like the ones
no-shows.
that go like right by your toes,
Like little
you
slipper-
wear with
ballerina
flats.
slippers.
Like what, the no-show socks. that
Men
you
wear those?
Oh no, show socks. I get them. I get them.
Men wear
Yeah, when you
I
when
will
you wear
send
when
you
you
the
wear
That
like
would give me
so
the
good.
ick. That
yeah,
would
when
give
you
me
really
the ick.
when you wear those nice like what do you call those
Loafers.
shoes?
Or like,
Loafers?
yeah,
Or if
loafers.
you go to a guy's house, I mean, I
way
feel
you can't
like
see the
after
sock.
30, you get it together, okay?
Yeah.
You go to a guy's house, and I'm not talking about you go to bang him, but probably. And you
else are
go and you go to use their bathroom, and I'm like, can you clean your I mean, they
Yeah.
have like wipes now, and like it's so easy.
Easy.
You don't even have to really do anything. Like wipe I know.
the whisker hair.
Well, the whisker hair, but I'm like back at the toilet. If I see dust, I'm like, you couldn't, like, that means that toilet has not been cleaned for at least 2 weeks. That's disgusting. I'm also the person that washes my sheets constantly and
I do
changes
too,
them
every week.
I'm crazy about it.
I don't like when a guy just talks about himself the whole date.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah. Or what they can do for you or what they have.
Yeah.
I'm more interested about who you are.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you do. I mean, and your goals and stuff. I don't
Right.
mean that, but like it's guys that are very much like, and I have this and I do that.
Yeah, it's
and
like
I-
not a conversation. They're just
And I'm like,
giving you their resume.
Like a list.
yeah, and I think aggression, like really aggressive, and I don't mean sexually aggressive, that too, but like just aggressive in attitude. Like
Yeah.
I don't like that, or arrogant. That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah.
The word arrogant, like or if they're definitely, this is a deal breaker for me. Mean to the server.
That's on my
Yeah,
list.
That's huge.
That's a deal breaker for me. Just rude in general or talk. I hate this. And I've had it in relationships before where no matter what good news you give about a friend or family member, they're like, oh, I'm sure that's not the case. So like, it's like they cannot be
It's negative.
happy for somebody else. And I'm the opposite where I I'm like, they won $1 million. Maybe they only won 100. But if they feel like they won $1 million, then let them. Who cares?
Totally.
Okay, what did our guy friend say?
Oh, our guy friend said something great. I wonder if I have the exact phrasing on here. Oh yeah, he doesn't like long nails.
Tell us why he doesn't like long nails.
He doesn't like white nails, long nails, because the thought of not being able to wipe your own ass is something that really icks him.
First of all, I know you're listening or will listen back, and I won't say your name to embarrass you, but are you kidding me?
I kind of love it.
You think you can't
So
wipe?
what's
I love
his
it.
definition of long nails,
like
though?
the
Because
Cardi
I've
B
seen
clicky
some.
clacky,
Okay. Okay.
like I already have anxiety about putting contacts in. I can't even imagine how these people do it with these.
Okay, fair.
Okay, well, I don't really like that. I think
Okay,
those are kinda-
fair. I can
yeah.
see we're ass wiping, but like my
I think
legs,
those
Those are
fine.
cute. Yeah.
mine
There's a
are,
video of how they do it.
and the reason I do is because my real nails are terrible. I can't.
Yeah.
I tried taking them off for 3 years, but that's hilarious. Wipe your ass.
Another one for me, for the guys, is not treating their mom well.
Oh, that's
I realized a
Numero
long time ago.
Oh no.
A man,
Oh,
if
it's
he
okay.
can't treat his mom well, he's not going to treat you well.
I'm going to
I love
keep
that.
my mouth shut on this one. Agree 1000%. It is probably top 3 things I look for in a man right now. And I want to talk to your mom and 3 of your ex-girlfriends to make sure you're not lying.
I like what you ladies are saying because I think I'm pretty good. So when I'm on a date, I don't talk about myself.
No, you're good,
I just
Frankie.
stare and breathe. I'm like,
Where's the feet?
Heavy breathing might be on my
No,
list.
Frankie's like, how long till I can see if I get to see my deal breaker in the winter?
yeah, so my question is, when is it appropriate to ask for a foot pic?
I was gonna say feet things might be on my list of icks, but it's not to shame anyone. I just had a bad experience.
Just creep on their Instagram or something and see if they
I
have a
was
foot
like,
pic.
oh, it's summer. You went to the beach. I'm like, what am I
Yeah.
So, real quick, I forgot to plug this. So, I had a friend, and I want you guys to answer this. I have about, Scott, can I go another 8 minutes?
Yep.
I'm good to go. Okay. So, I have a friend, and I want listeners, you guys, because you guys can send me an answer. Not guys, girls. So, I have a friend. He was dating a girl. I cannot say his name, but he is offering up a trip to Vegas. Whoever gives the best answer to this, and you can DM me your answers, and I will give you up until tomorrow night to get me, or Friday morning to get me all the answers. So he was dating a girl. He bought 2 tickets, plane tickets, round trip to Vegas, the seats to the new Sphere, U2, at a large Papa seat, all airfare, all hotel, everything paid. And she kind of was being sketch. And he's like, I'm sorry, no, you can't go. And she still wanted to go. And he asked me, did I do the right thing? And I'm like, 100% you did the right thing. You don't get a free ride out to Vegas for that. And I said, I mean, that's just not okay. I mean, in those circumstances, but I guess other people thought she should have gone. So if you get the best answer and DM me, you get to go. He's super cool, super respectful. I wouldn't be announcing it on the show. You get to go. Everything paid. Just give me why you think she should have gone or why you think she shouldn't. And best answer that he and I pick will get to go.
Can I ask
love
what
that.
sketchy stuff she was doing?
Huh?
Yeah, like what was
the
she
sketchy
doing?
stuff?
Can I give a disclaimer on that? That we're not responsible for anything that happens on the date. That's something
That's
set
a
up
business
completely
man, Jeff.
separate from
This
Wild
has
Style
nothing to do with
Productions.
Wild Style Productions, Salisbury Center, the podcast Tribe Called Jess as well. I'm just mentioning on the show.
Monster.
Jeff
It's
Salisbury
more,
is excluded.
it's more to be funny, guys. So is Jessica, Frankie, Julio.
So the thing is that originally she was gonna go,
Okay.
but then she was just acting.
Anyway,
a way
it's not.
that-
Yeah, we're not going to get on the subject of it. I just wanted to mention it.
Is she texting her other boyfriend and he found out?
I have no idea.
What is it?
More.
Trip. I want to know
So
what
he
happened.
you said there were people that
Yeah.
thought she still should have gone? Was it
Yeah.
his friends?
Well, the question was,
Let's leave this and come back since Salisbury Center is not responsible. I put it out there, and you can DM me your answers. Again, not affiliated with the show, Wild Style Network, Salisbury Center, Jeff Salisbury's very self-tribe called Jess, or any of our cast or guests tonight. So moving on, I asked the guys online also, and I think it kind of goes in line with what we were talking about, because you brought up, should women pursue men? And I always say, yeah, we kind of should. I'm very shy about it. Do you guys pursue men?
Yes.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
You're good at it. I'm jealous of how good you are.
My
at it.
hero.
Yeah, you are my hero.
I would
too,
have to
'cause
really like the man. Like I do like the old school
Me too.
man letting me know that he, like, I guess being dominant about it. Like, hey,
I think
I
I like to be pursued.
and then pursue back.
Yeah,
like,
agree.
Once it's initiated.
Okay, fair. I think that's. I don't know how I feel anymore after the last like month of. Yeah, no.
I mean, but
don't
have you
even
ever
know.
been in a
Just lost.
situation where you met somebody and you were like, I'm gonna go for it. Like it's a really
Yes.
There's something there that you.
So I asked men online, I said, do you like to be pursued? And all of them pretty much collectively said, and I'm just making this a little short segment, said, yes, I do. And the reason that I don't pursue men isn't because, one, I agree with you, Lauren. I like the pursuit and then pursue back. Like, I do want to feel pursued. I do like that game, that cat and mouse game a little bit. Yeah. But the reason I don't isn't rejection, because I'm okay with that. I don't want to seem like an annoying girl. So I'm like, oh, okay, they all want to be pursued, but they all followed up with, as long as you're not stalky and crazy, or only if you're hot. And I'm like, so for exactly, because you don't know what to find stalky and crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and especially because it's so crazy nowadays. Like I've heard some crazy stories about girls, like how we get with men and how men get creepy. I've heard crazy stories
Oh,
about
God.
girls too.
Yes.
I had a girl. Last I remembered, she called him over 10,000 times.
Oh,
I was
what?
there in one day at a bar with one of my friends. I can't tell you. Second, Jeff, you know him. Second after second after second after it goes on, and it was relentless. And then she'd show up at places. It's just a good friend of mine, like on and on and on. And so I know that crazy goes both ways. I mean, I chicks get emotional. What are you gonna do? But yeah, the guys like to be pursued, and they also like it because they feel like that we live in an era of, what's the word? A lot of Me Too.
I
So
could
they're
get
scared of what lines they're going to cross.
So my question to you two then, and I guess
Jeff
you two out
and
there
Scott.
would be, what do you like? What gesture or thing do you like for a woman to pursue you?
Yeah, because I don't want to look annoying or stalker.
Yeah.
So it's confusing for us if you're saying, yeah, I like to be pursued, but you better be hot and don't be crazy. And I'm like, what's that mean?
Fellas, who's gonna
Somebody, it's like,
Anyone?
play the cricket
Scott,
sound.
Scott, you got a lot of game. Like,
You got to point out who you wanted to talk.
I like being pursued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, I guess one of my love language. I like touch, but not like anything crazy. Don't
Like
be
your
creepy and
little-
stuff.
Like my.
Not yet. Don't pet
Wait,
me,
no,
but,
I
you
do
know.
this.
Petting.
I do this with my fingernails, and I don't know why I do it. I'm like, oh my God, John. No, the guy said, Scott, remember I told you on the other show, I don't mind rejection of pursuing. Rejection doesn't scare me, but I don't want to be thought of as the annoying girl. And Jeff's
totally.
retort was too late. And I went back and listened. I thought that was funny, and I said, but the rejection. So I asked you on that same show, you weren't paying attention. I said, hey, do you like to be pursued? And you're like, yeah, as long as you're not annoying. And we
Yes,
all
I
fell
remember
out
that.
laughing. But the thing is, all the guys kind of said the same thing. And I'm like, well, then just like you guys are like, what are the signals? Then what's annoying? Obviously the obvious things. We read signals very well. So if guys don't text us back, I mean, I'm not going to chase anybody.
Yeah, well, at least most
Yep.
of us.
I'm not going to stalk. So what would be annoying, guys?
Look, in my personal case, most of the women that I've dated have approached me. So, and what I like about it is it's simple. Just us guys come and talk to you. It's the same thing. It's not out of this world. Just the same way what you want us to do, you do the same thing.
Like what?
Like
I'm really bad at this.
Okay, so obviously I'm older, so like if I'm hanging out at a bar,
You are old as
and
fuck.
you think I'm cute or handsome, come talk to me.
Just
Simple,
come talk
just
to
come
you,
to me.
or
Hey,
come
yeah.
up to you and be like, hey, you're handsome.
I mean, you could say that, but I'm saying just come talk to me, just like I would approach you and be like, hey, how are you? Can I buy you a drink? You don't have to buy me a drink. You'd be like, hey, how are you? You come here often, or just start conversation.
Patterson, you're really good at I've seen you in action. And our other friend, I won't say her, but you know what I'm talking about. You guys are so good at it. And I'm like, here I'm over in a corner going, oh my God, I could never.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at reading people, and I can kind of feel things out.
I'm terrible.
Drunk at a bar, there's been times I'm like, And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
give me your
hot.
phone.
Really?
Yeah.
That is hot. Yeah. Heck
I'm
yeah.
too busy dancing on some
Yeah, yeah.
random
I'm
stage
like,
or
I'm
day
on my
like
phone.
that.
It doesn't happen often, but it has happened a few times.
I'm gonna do that and watch. Some guy's gonna go, "What are you doing? Trying to
But
pick your nose?"
But you heard what she said though. You gotta. It's the same thing. You gotta read the room. You gotta see the signs.
Frankie, I think the nicest guys are the nicest guys, and then I get texts like that, or they're players. And it happens all the time.
Listen, I'm not
So
dating
I'm
any of these men
obvious.
I've done this to. Clearly, I have some interesting taste here.
So obviously, I'm failing at reading anything. But anyway, well, we'll keep at this subject. I think this is a good one. I would love to have you guys back on. I love that you both had a lot to say and a lot of research, but I always like to end on something funny. And there's these two ladies on TikToks. They don't call themselves influencers. They're probably my age, a little bit older. I cannot remember their name and I didn't write it down, but they are hilarious. And today they had on what the fuck are our kids actually saying? And it's basically translating Gen Z. And so I'm listening, and it was funny because I'm like, well, I say all of this. But I think it's really funny. And what I noticed is, so I'm just going to go through a few that I thought were very much Gen X, Gen or millennial, because you guys say it. And then there's Gen Z, which at first, when my son started saying this shit, I'm like, he'd be like, all right, mom, bet.
No cap.
I'm like, bet what? Oh, so I think, so, all right, let's go through a couple of them. So bet, use it in a sentence.
I would, tell my friend, I'm going to be there at like 6. They would respond, bet.
Bet. Like, yep. Okay. So you guys, the best way to get with your children and have them listen to you is get on their level. And that's one thing I am good at. I think that's why I thought I was their age at college. Cap, no cap. I had that confused.
I don't get that one.
Okay. So if you say, Lauren looks hot tonight to me, I'm like, no cap. It's no caps. Like, that's the truth.
Cap.
I thought it'd be the opposite.
Meaning, is it,
So no
is it
cap
short?
is like-
is like lying, right? Like
Cap is lying.
bullshit
No
or-
cap would be like.
Cap is lying. So if you said she looks so ugly tonight, I'd be like, Cap. That's lying.
Okay. Does it stand for anything? Or is there like an
No.
origin of
That
the
one
word?
took me a while too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gen
that
Z.
one doesn't sit
Hey,
well
Gen
with
Z is
me.
Gen
That's not
Y.
a spelling bee, Patterson.
I still don't say it. I can't.
I mean, I'm too
Yeah,
old
it
to be
doesn't
saying that
really
stuff.
roll
Oh,
off.
I say it. I say
I
dead.
don't-
I say dead set all the time, like for real. Dead
I
set.
say dead ass.
Dead ass.
ass.
Dead
That's
ass.
what I
Dead
say.
That's like one of my
It's-
big
I
words.
tried to use fina the other day when I was texting Jules.
Which one?
Use what?
Yeah, fina.
It's
Finite.
It's what?
Finna.
Finna, whatever.
Finna.
Finna, fine, whatever. See, this is when I use it. But it was. I didn't say it. I was texting it.
Bro,
Okay.
don't worry, you're finna blow up with that
Yeah,
one.
and my daughter was like, "Close enough, Dad." I was like, "Yes."
One of my favorite ones. Nico was in 9th grade, and I'll never forget. We were in the kitchen, and I asked him something about a friend or something that happened. He's like, "Mom, that was a brick ago," and I'm like, "A what?"
Excuse me.
So that means a long time ago. Brick. I've known that one
I
for
want
years.
to know who comes up with them.
Well, okay,
know.
so I went back, but you got to think about this. Well, maybe not you guys because you're so young, but like when it was rad, trifling, which my son tried to claim. I was like, we were saying that in the 80s. You're so trifling. Rad, dope, which I think is the best word ever invented. Like your outfit's dope. I think bestie, it's always been said throughout generational. They're kind of giving that to millennials and Gen Z, Gen Y. And I'm like, I think we've always said bestie. Vibes, I think the 70s had that.
Yep.
It just, I like that it's back out. What was another one? Chill. Chill was a huge one in the 80s. And that was put on Gen Z's list. And I'm like, no, maybe Netflix and chill, but not chill. So say less, as you like that one.
I do
say
say
less, which means I get it. Shut up.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah, like it's done. Like stop, right? Like,
sus,
Sauce?
sus,
Like suspect,
suspect.
right?
Oh.
suspect. Yes, sus.
Yes, that's that one. It's kind of funny, but that has an origin.
Yeah.
Suspicious. It's
Yeah,
suspicious.
right.
Oh,
Right,
but
short for something.
It's from the that game.
Oh,
It was a cell phone game. Oh my god, I'm blanking what it's called. Scott, you're young. You
I'm trying to think of it.
Game?
yeah.
yeah. When you're like on a spaceship, you're trying to fix it up, and there's one that's a traitor, and you're trying to figure out who the.
Oh, the mind gamey
Minecraft?
The traitor. It's called Traitor.
No, it's not called
No.
Traitor.
No, it's the little like critters.
I
right?
know exactly who it is
And they have
because he
color?
just called my phone.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's
Hold
called.
on.
Okay.
Hi, it's Jessica.
Among Us.
Hey, Jessica, how's it going?
Oh, I know exactly. How's those nails? How's those nails wiping that ass? I was dying, dude. What the hell? Explain yourself.
Well, you know what? The long nails are just a sign of just laziness to me. That's how I look at it.
Laziness.
Come on now.
So they're too lazy to
Can you
clean their
elaborate?
own. They're too lazy to wipe their ass.
I see that. It's the one that doesn't wipe her ass, man. You know, she's got to do her duty.
I'm going to rag on you so bad when I see you, dude.
Can't.
What else gives you the ick? Okay, G, one of the things we asked, oh crap, I said your name. Well, I didn't say your full name. One of the things we asked is men said this week that they like women pursuing them, right? And obviously the stalker crap, and we know that things, but they were like, as long as they're not annoying. So besides the obvious shit, what would be annoying to a man? Because just like you guys are trying to understand our signals, we're trying to understand, okay, well, what's annoying? Where's the line? Obviously not the stalker line.
Obviously, before I dive in, I just want to say I love dogs. I love cats. I have nothing to do against pets.
Oh, no.
But when they try to do that annoying ass high pitched voice, that just eeks. No guy on this planet will look at that and go, "Oh yeah, that's a woman I want to sleep with." Never.
You mean like talking
Never
to your
has
dog
that
and baby talk?
voice.
Oh, it's a baby.
The baby talk is not it.
Oh, she just turned.
Does he mean
We all
to
talk.
the dog,
Well,
or
then
does
you're
he mean to him?
Then you're out of women. Do you mean to you or to the dog?
To the dog.
Oh,
Just for being around that.
Oh my
gee,
gosh.
whatever. You just put out like all the women who
Yeah,
love dogs.
He's saying when they talk back.
Listen, like I said, I have nothing against the pets, nothing against the dogs. But we'll look at the dogs and we'll just say,
because
hey,
they use-
what's up, little guy? And then, with a high pitched voice, it's just like, oh man, I hope you don't do that in public.
They probably use that voice for something else.
Chaz did tell me he hates my puppy voice, so I don't know.
We all have it, so
annoying.
deal. So real quick, and then I got to let you go, but because we're at the end of the show. But what would a woman pursuing you? Obviously, we know the good things, we know the crazy things, but what would annoy you if a woman, or what would give you the ick in her? Not nails, not dog voice. Like give some women
Will be an
advice.
ick.
Like to pursue, right?
Like if
I think my boy Travis got locked up with Taylor Swift. He was pursuing him, just shooting from afar for sure.
he was,
That's,
but what if a
that's-
girl is pursuing you, G? What if a girl is pursuing you? What is obviously we know the attractive, we know the crazy, but what would kind of be like that girls wouldn't know that's annoying? That would be like, no, sorry.
I mean, as boring as it sounds, it's really just a straightforward approach because guys don't get it. Just coming up to a guy and just being like, hey, I was sitting there with my friends. I just couldn't resist. I had to say hi to you. Don't overthink
Frankie
it.
just said that.
It's simple. Frankie's on to the right things. You got the right stuff. It's keep it simple, keep it plain. Don't overthink it. Because when you overthinking it is what'll really be disastrous. Then you're going to say something real stupid and you're going to look like an idiot.
I know.
Guys and girls.
Wait, what? Women overthink? What?
So G was the one. G was the one that I was gonna. I think it was episode 2 or 3. I talked about how he was gonna take me to a bar and make me go hit on a man because I'm like, I have no idea how to hit on a man. He was the one. He was like, oh, I'm not just gonna tell you what to say. I'm gonna make you do it in front of me. I'm like, oh my god, like homework. Like
Oh, that's a friend.
We're gonna do that and record it.
Oh, can we go?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the new vlog coming.
I was
Tribal
just
Jess
going
on
to
the
sit
go.
there and record guys' faces, just having a cute girl coming up to him and just being like, hey, how's your evening going? He's going to be like, okay, what do you want? Who do I owe something?
I would probably
That's the
faint.
reaction.
I would probably. Anyway, I just want to give Patterson props for being in our friend group, and besides Frankie for coming on before you. But we would love to have you on. I got to let you go because I got to wrap up the show. But thank you for
Absolutely.
calling in. You're the
You're
best, dude. We love you.
Love ya.
You guys have a great evening.
You too, honey.
Later.
Bye.
All right, guys. Well, we got to wrap up. It is 10:45. I can't
so
believe it
fun.
went by so fast, but we'll
did.
definitely
Much
have you
fun.
back. Thank you both so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
a chill weekend because I got Carl Cox coming up next week. I got Miami coming up, Kayla coming up. So it's going to be wild. But everyone, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe wherever you get social or your podcast. We appreciate it. And we will talk to you next week. Take care. Later.
Woohoo. Thanks,